What are you looking at?
Hello Buccaneers, we are at Grand Canyon Railway and Hotel, and today we're going to take the train to the Grand Canyon. Before boarding the train, we're going to watch the Western show.
Alright, all you filthy rich tourists, get your hands up. Hands up. What's that?
We're about to board on the Desert View, and this is a first-class train car.
Okay, hop on in, guys.
We're going to be riding in first class on the way there, so in this little snack car, there's complimentary yogurt, muffins, and drink. First, I'm going to flip if you like it. This is a pocket map of the South Rim Grand Canyon. The ride today is 2 hours and 15 minutes, and it starts in this forest. I think later on it's going to get to like a more deserty looking area, and then finally we'll reach the Grand Canyon. I'm going to see how fast the train is going. Around 40 miles an hour. So per TSA regulations, masks are required unless you're eating or drinking. We just passed a North Pole set on the side of the track, so that's probably where the Polar Express takes you. Here comes the cowboy musician.
Well, I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind. Oh, the one on me too, the one that stole me once, and she's a friend of mine.
That cowboy seems to know every song. You can just throw a request at him and he'll play it, and that's the highlight of the train journey so far. We re-entered a forest and we're almost to the Grand Canyon. We have officially entered the Grand Canyon, and so far the view hasn't changed, but once we get to the actual village area, then we'll see the canyon. For the second time, we saw it last year, but from the North Rim. This is the second floor of our train car, and I wish we were able to be here because you basically get a 360 view of the entire ride. Wow.
Watch your step.
We have arrived at the Grand Canyon. This is our second time, but this time we're at the South Rim instead of the North. And this is the Grand Canyon.
And we're gonna film some cowboy shots because he's now making videos on Instagram.
Okay, so
All this Thanksgiving trip.
okay, so I think I can see the trail down there. See how it's kind of like a lighter color? That would be so cool to one day hike down and then back up. Although that would take a lot of energy, and once you get to the bottom, you must get up or else you're dead. So it's commitment. Although I'll forever like the North Rim better for the more isolated feel, the South Rim has the better view, for sure. Because in the North Rim, or at least from what I remember, you only get to see one section at a time, but here there's a more panoramic view.
Now we're gonna go to the visitor center to get our junior ranger program.
We left our junior ranger passports and vests back at the hotel, so we're going to stamp on here instead and then cut it out later. It's time to check out the Hoppy House. This is a Native American arts and crafts shop. There's a lot of souvenirs here made by the Native Americans. Now we're gonna hike the Rim Trail, and along the way, we're gonna do the Junior Ranger program. This is the beginning of the Trail of Time. We're gonna walk for 1.4 miles one way, probably, and then catch the shuttle on the way back. And this is something about 2 billion years of Grand Canyon history, so maybe they'll have plaques of information along the way. Oh, and 1 step equals 1 million years.
So over here is 1,910 million years old.
The oldest known rock at the Grand Canyon is 1,840 million years old. There are many rocks along here, and this one's the Diamond Creek granite, which is 1,736 million years old. I think pretty much all of them are over 1,000 million years old. Isn't that 1 billion? When you come to the Grand Canyon or really any other national park, make sure to stay quiet and not have too much laughter because you're disturbing nature and you're disturbing other guests.
Okay, let's go.
We have around 3/4 of a mile until the end of the Rim Trail that we'll be hiking, but we see some wild animals over there. Alright, let's do a 20-second dash to make it go by faster. 20, 19, 18, 17. Alright, so we finished the millions, now we have to count in the thousands. So 110, 100,000,
Oh, there.
90,000,
No, here.
1,500, 1,400, 1,300. We just reached the end of the trail, and now we're going to check out the Geology Museum. We have 1 hour, no, less than an hour before the train takes off, so we must hurry.
Wow, it isn't even artificial.
Here's a diagram of the Grand Canyon. So right now we're here. Okay, this is us. Hopi Point, Grand Canyon Village is there. So we need to hike all the way back or take the shuttle, but we're probably not going to because it's a gamble if the shuttle is full or something. Oh, and also because we have to make a transfer and go on 2 shuttles, so that's 2 times waiting. We're probably just gonna hike back. And that's basically the Geology Museum. Of course, we wish we could show you around longer, but we're in a huge time crunch. And also, if you take the train here and back in the same day, you only have 3 or 4 hours to explore the Grand Canyon. So one thing you could do is take the train, stay overnight, and then take the train back. That would be an even cooler experience and would give you a lot more time. We made it with 4 minutes to spare.
Okay, welcome back. And you go walk through this car and then down 1 car.
This time we're riding in coach. The seats here are all facing forward in these standard row things. So it's not as luxurious as the first class, of course, but you still have leg room. We found out that you can get water in coach too, so it's not just a first class thing. The same cowboys back. Normally, if you stay in the same class, like first class versus coach, then going there and back you'll get 2 different musicians. But since we switched classes, we have the same musician from before, which is good. He's a great guitarist.
I win.
They're calling it the Cataract Creek game or something, but it's that robber guy on his horse, and they think they shot down a tire, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna board the train and rob us. They're now on board, and hopefully they don't rob us. Hello.
What are you looking at?
They're gonna tell some cow jokes now.
What do you call a three-legged cow? So, that's a tri-tip, that's right. Uh-oh. What do you call a no-legged cow? Ground beef. Everybody knows that one, right? And what do you call the meanest cow in the herd? That's, of course, beef jerky. Right?
That was the best. We're pulling back into town. And that is our day riding the Grand Canyon Railroad to the south rim of the Grand Canyon. Brother, what was your favorite part of the day?
My favorite part was at the end when we were in the coach, the cow jokes.
The cow jokes? Okay, so yeah, there was some entertainment on board that I didn't expect. For example, the musician, the cow jokes, and also the robbers jumping on the train in the middle of our route home. That was a fun day riding the train to the Grand Canyon. Now let's check in at Grand Canyon Railway and Hotel. The lobby of this hotel feels very homey. There's sofas, a fireplace, chandelier, and it's a wide open space. Oh, it shocked me.
It shocked me too. Go.
We're gonna give you a tour of our hotel room. A remote control, alarm clock, and a nightstand. Flat screen TV. Yes, there's a fridge.
Oh, mini fridge. Is that freezer too?
Mini fridge with a freezer. Wait, that's a freezer
Oh,
section.
that's a freezer. Drawers.
Drawers for storage, a light, a coffee maker. Oh, and since this is a railway hotel, there's train art. Overall, this room is pretty simple. I like the color scheme. It's nice and simple. It smells good compared to some other hotel rooms. It's a nice, fresh smell. You can tell everything's well done. And a comfy bed. And there's one last part of the hotel room that is Brother's favorite part. I think he's gonna do the tour. Where did you go? Fine. All right. Here's the bathroom. So the showers.
I'm gonna give you a tour of the bathroom. There's a shower, there's soap, shampoo, hair conditioner on some platform, which is really nice. And also could be a tub too. There's a towel, multiple towels, sink, extra rolls of toilet paper. Oh, there's a hair dryer. And there's hand soap and body lotion, and then that.